Welcome back, everybody, to the No Neutral Zone podcast. The third episode, post-football episode. My name is Jayden Weston. For a third week in a row, and for always and forever, for anyone
Yes.
watching, Brandon Ortiz will be joining.
Yes, I am a
because
part of the
he is,
podcast.
a part of this podcast.
I'm a part of this podcast. I'm not a special member. I'm not a Jayden West guest here. It's a we thing, guys. Trust.
It's kind of like a
I do know ball too,
two-person
guys.
job. Today you're gonna school me in some ball, I'm assuming, because we only have a little bit of Super Bowl to talk about.
For sure.
Because it's post Super Bowl, our thoughts and whatnot. But
yeah,
it'll be a lot of NBA, and then I'll take over and school you in some NASCAR.
That I'm excited for.
Because we have the Great American Race this Sunday,
Facts.
Daytona 500. But obviously, this past Sunday, boring game.
Facts.
Boring, horrible, boring game.
Stupid, boring.
And I don't think either of us made a single dollar.
Nope, not a single one. That generally hurt the soul, not the pockets. It was only $10.
Yeah, it wasn't crazy, but it hurt the soul. I thought one of us was going to have a winner on our hands, and like we made our parlays last week on the episode, and turns out neither of us won. Also, I did kind of make a secondary parlay at the restaurant I was at.
Yes.
It was Seahawks minus 4.5. No, Seahawks to win, and it was the over for the game. And that would have hit if Kenneth Walker's final touchdown didn't get called back for holding. So that really hurt.
Yeah.
That would have been a big one. Because I think I put like 40 bones on that. It's not like I'm not draining my wallets, but wallet. I don't know. I said wallets. Pockets and wallet. But yeah. I don't know what thoughts you had on the game. Anything you wanted to say about it? I'm sure we'll just kind of glance over this. Kind of forgettable Super Bowl.
Yeah, no, very forgettable, very boring. I mean, if you like defense, then I guess it's your Super Bowl, I guess. But dude, it's just a lot of talk about the Patriots. The O-line just forgot how to do their job. Will Campbell, like you've been saying, you've been telling me he's just a cone. I know he got
traffic cone.
I know he mentioned like afterwards now that like he tore a ligament in his knee, like, and I think that's like a nagging injury he had like earlier in the season, and then he came back or whatever. So unless it's just a different ligament torn, I don't know. But yeah, Drake May also just like obviously, I love Drake May, but I being unbiased. He obviously didn't play that well in the playoffs. This is his first time being in the playoffs, guys. So, let's cut him some slack. Just come on, be fair. Be first time being in the playoffs. He's 23 years old. Let's be for real. He's 23 years old. It's the first time being in the playoffs. It's obviously tough defensive matchup like every round. And just got absolutely just cooked by the Seahawks.
One of the second worst Super Bowl performance of all time, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I forgot who number one is. But I believe it's the second worst all time.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing much. I mean, you want that game back. Obviously, there's going to be some plays you want back, but
yeah,
at the end, I don't think there was anything he could have done to save that day, because that Seattle defense was dialed. I know they had I think it was who was the gentleman that they released the mic'd up of, where he almost had a pick, and then it wasn't.
No. Oh my God. Because you're right. He almost had that pick. Oh.
And then he was like, "Oh, I know exactly what's gonna happen."
Yes.
And Seattle, besides the mic up, Seattle knew exactly what was happening at all times, and that's why they won. So yeah, $0 made. That was a note I had literally.
Big zero.
My second note was the halftime show was pretty sick. There's a lot of fuss about that. Not gonna jump politically into this.
Yeah.
But Bad Bunny was the man.
No, for sure.
I don't even know a single lick of Spanish. TT me pregunto got me hyped. All right, selfie, say cheese. That's what he says in the song. I got that one.
Yeah,
But yeah, he was dope. Ricky Martin showed up.
Yeah.
I recognize.
People didn't believe
Ricky
you,
Martin.
but that was Ricky Martin.
That was Ricky Martin. And then
Cardi B was there
Lady
too.
Gaga did her thing. Yada yada. Someone actually got married.
Yeah.
Cool halftime show.
No, yeah.
But I just kind of there's one storyline out of the Super Bowl that means something to me. And it is. Do you know who the real biggest loser of the Super Bowl is?
Who?
The Denver Broncos.
And why is that?
We are the real biggest loser. Well, not just the fact that Bo Nix went down after a win against the Bills, and I feel like we would have won the AFC Championship. That's ifs and ifs and ifs. It's kind of the fact that obviously we had to watch that game from the couch while Bo Nix, heals. But we kind of handed Seattle that Super Bowl with the Russ trade.
Yeah.
This isn't even us not playing in it. This is us, trading 2 first-round picks and 2 second picks that would become Devon Witherspoon, Charles Cross, Boye Mafe, and Derek Hall. Also Drew Lock, Super Bowl champion Drew Lock. So we made that trade. They win a Super Bowl. We had to pay Russell Wilson a bunch of money. But, I just can't help but feel like me personally, am the biggest loser of the Super Bowl. Because I've never really liked the Seahawks after what they did to Peyton Manning.
Yeah, and that perfect season. 5K, passing yards, right?
Well, it wasn't perfect winning wise.
No, but like I'm saying, like it was one of like the best.
It was the
seasons.
best quarterback season of all time. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. No, it was not one of. It's the best.
No, for sure. It would have definitely would have would have been great if you won the chip, and didn't at least lose pretty bad and stuff.
No, for sure. We don't really have to worry about that. But yeah. Anyways, we don't have that Russ money anymore. We have a young team, new OC, and Bo Nix. So next year we're winning the Super Bowl. So it doesn't even matter. Football is a game of inches, and if only Bo Nix didn't break his ankle.
Yeah.
Forget about the Super Bowl. There was something you brought up. Got behind the scenes, actually. We have a shared Word document where every week we put in the ideas for the episode. And you put in a lot of NBA talk, which
a lot.
You got that.
Yes.
And I don't know if you want to introduce the trade deadline and whatnot. And let's get going, man.
Yeah, let's get. Okay, so the trade deadline this year, right? Ended February 5th, I believe. It wasn't as terrible as I thought it was gonna end up being. Like, obviously, for like the longest time, it was just a Trae Young trade that happened. So and then after that, really nothing else happened until like the last couple days where it started picking up, and then you started seeing like a lot of trades happen. So many players got moved, so many picks got moved around, and so it just ended up not being awful. Big names got moved, some big names didn't. I wasn't a fan of Giannis not being moved. Obviously you're probably excited that he didn't get moved. I'm not.
And Cam Thomas.
You guys got Cam Thomas. That one was a big one for you guys specifically.
That's huge. That's actually huge.
And that wasn't even a trade. You guys just picked him off.
It wasn't. Just
you guys off waivers. So that's insane. But that's definitely not one of the biggest things that happened.
Happy little camper.
What?
Happy little camper.
No, for sure. You guys keep Giannis, get Cam Thomas.
Didn't get moved. There was a couple things that just didn't. Ja didn't get moved, so it was just.
Ja didn't get moved.
Happen.
No, yes, a few people that I thought would have gone moved would have been Giannis, Ja, Sabonis, Levine, DeRozan, because I thought the Kings would have blew it up, but they didn't. So I don't know what they're gonna do. But yeah, I really thought Giannis would have got moved because, like, I mean, dude, Shams, no lie, has been. He's just not been doing great at all. He's just been airballing all these Giannis like talks and trade talks, and it's been really annoying. So I've been trying to avoid it, but I genuinely believed it this time, and that's no more. I'm done with the believing the Giannis trade talks. If he's moving, it'd be like the off season or something. I don't know. In season, I don't believe it. So there's that, but there was a good amount of trades though. Like I mentioned in the Word doc that we both share, I put down like a lot of trades that I think are the big ones. At least to have big names in them. So I do want to we want to kind of grade them, right? This like grade which team, who won the trade, you know?
Yeah.
So we could kind of kick it off with
just go down the list, honestly.
Yeah, we could. So I mentioned the Indiana Pacers getting Zubac, right? So Indiana Pacers got Zubac and Kobe Brown, while the Pacers ended up getting Benedict Mathurin, Isaiah Jackson, a 2026 first round pick, which is a top 4 protected, a 2029 first round pick, unprotected, and a second round pick. Um, so what'd you give Indiana?
Well, I gave them a B because
B?
they got a Miles Turner replacement. The Clippers, listen, you said a lot of words there, like unprotected, protected.
Yeah.
I don't really understand. So with the top 4 protected, just pick your brain a little bit here. What is that exactly? What is protected, unprotected here in the NBA world? Because the way they do picks here is really confusing.
Yeah, it's really weird. So if Indiana lands in the like top 4 range, like in the like in the draft order, they'll keep their pick. So if they fall out of the top 4, then the Clippers get their pick.
Got you. So you'd still think that the Clippers, the 2026 pick that they're getting should still be relatively favorable because, the Pacers are absolute trash.
Yeah, they're still pretty bad. So I don't know if they think that they'll be playing better and maybe they'll fall out of it because like the draft is just super random. Like last year, the Mavs were like had the least bit of odds to get the first pick, and then they jumped all the way to 1. So it's rare.
Literally an inside job.
Yeah, inside job for sure.
It's rigged.
It's
rigged.
Sure.
It's actually rigged.
That's just a long.
Why don't they do the draft like the NFL?
I don't know why. Genuinely,
worst team gets the number 1 overall pick.
Yeah, it genuinely would make sense. It would make more sense, but the NBA just is weird when it comes to drafts and then the picks, and it's so weird with the draft picks because like some things are top 4, like some things are top 5 protected, top 10 protected, and it just doesn't make like it's just too much. Like I don't know.
And then like if a team trades the pick, it's on draft night. It still makes it look like they're making that selection.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, I think, does the player not wear the team's pick that they're not even going to be on?
Yeah. So like with like Luka and Trae Young, they both got traded draft night, but they still ended up wearing like Luka wore the Hawks hat while Trae Young wore the Mavs hat.
Yeah.
So like it's weird.
Just give me the NFL draft. Yeah.
I give Indiana a B plus. I grade it solely based off the idea of how the team will hopefully end up looking like next year, right? With Tyrese Halliburton coming back, you replace Zubac with Miles Turner, which in my opinion, I think Zubac is better than Miles Turner defensively wise. I know this year he's kind of been on a down year a little bit just because, like, I mean, he just isn't blocking as much and, like, he's getting a little bit more of an offensive load. But, I mean, with Tyrese Halliburton being there, I think he'll get set up way more. I mean, he's a pure playmaker at that rate, so whenever they set it up for next year, should hopefully be fine. He doesn't become a free agent until the 28-29 season, so he'll be there for a while, unless they end up trading him, I guess, again. But, yeah, I gave him a B plus for that. What do you give the Clippers?
I actually gave the Clippers a B plus. I give them a B plus, just because they'll get a pretty favorable pick, as long as it's not in the top 4, allegedly.
Yeah.
And then I kind of said this when we'll get to Harden. I kind of said that I've given them a higher grade because they just bailed on trying to win right this second.
Yeah.
And they kind of just were like, all right, we're just going to rebuild. It's time.
Yeah.
Like, it's fully time to invest into, like, kind of restarting. So I kind of gave them a higher grade just because it was bad. I don't think they were going to win with that team. It would have taken a lot to compete. And, I think they just need ball up top. Just try again.
No, yeah, I give him an A minus. So I do think the Clippers win in this trade. They received 2 young players that like contributed well for the Pacers like last year. Isaiah Jackson's having kind of a down year, but Benedict Mathurin's playing slightly better than he was last year. So, I mean, I think Isaiah Jackson will probably end up hopefully playing better in a different system. I don't know. He was playing good last year. They both contributed well in the playoffs. They also are attempting to get back those picks that they unfortunately gave to the Thunder for that terrible PG Shea trade. Like, they gave up so many picks. So, obviously, now with them restarting, they're trying to build all those picks back because you gave away all
Yeah.
your like future because you thought
For
PG
playoff
was gonna be like that, and now Shea's like that and won a chip and on the Thunder, and Thunder have like a gazillion picks, so that's great. But
We'll get to the Thunder real soon.
oh for sure. I do have the Clippers winning that trade. I think they won, not by like far, but
Yeah.
but because they're restarting, I think
I think it's relatively close, actually.
genuinely I
Yeah.
thought they were gonna trade
Clippers
Kawhi.
just by a little.
I thought they were gonna trade Kawhi, like because you moved off Zubac, you moved off Harden, so I'm like, oh, Kawhi's next, but they ended not
They're
doing
just blowing
that.
it all up.
So I don't know if they're doing that off season, but we'll see.
Maybe just keeping him. Some veteran presence.
I guess.
Not too bad, especially when it's the claw. Literally,
Oh,
Kawhi Leonard. He's
yes.
still like that. I still like Kawhi.
Me too.
Yeah, I think that's good enough for that.
Yeah, I think it's good enough for the Clips.
This next one is literally just a nothing burger.
This is a nothing burger for you. This is a something-ish burger for me. Okay.
For sure.
It's the Golden State Warriors and Hawks trade. Porzingis got moved to Golden State, while the Hawks got Kuminga and Buddy Hield. What did you give the Warriors?
Well,
no, be honest. Be honest. It's okay.
I'm literally gonna be honest.
Okay.
Dead serious, no joking. I'm just saying. I put in my notes. Lame trade. Feels like nothing. Warriors get a solid big, and that's it. So I gave them a C.
Same.
Because Tingus Pingus isn't like that, like super like that anymore. And there's just not a lot of direction with the Warriors right now. I'm no hate. But also for Atlanta, like I gave them a B because it's Jonathan Kuminga and Hield. Like it's just literally just I don't even want to give my energy to this trade because I just don't. I honestly, that's how I feel a lot of the NBA trade deadline, where I'm just like, right, it's not a superstar getting moved. It could help in the future. Future for Kristaps. That's Jonathan Kuminga.
Yeah,
I can see that.
Sure.
Maybe change of scenery will help him.
No, for sure.
Literally, maybe a trade of scenery. I don't know what you gave him, but
yeah,
that's all I gotta say about that.
No, I respect that. I give the Warriors a C too. We finally get a center. Is that the preferred center that we wanted? I guess the Warriors did. I guess that was what they wanted. I'm not the biggest fan of it. You trade for an injury-prone player. Now I get it. Kuminga's trade value wasn't high anymore because you decided not to play him anymore. And then when he did get some run, it's because Jimmy Butler got hurt, and again he wasn't playing that great anyway. I don't know. I've been like reading so many reports that like Steve Kerr and just Kuminga like just started not liking each other the last couple seasons. Recently I saw something where like they were complaining that one of Kuminga's people was eating too much from the family platter or something. And I'm like, bro, what type of like pettiness do you have to be on to where like his own people can't grab any food? I don't know. Again with like with Porzingis being so injury prone. This guy this season he's only played 17 games. Genuinely only played 17 games, and it's scary because he's also having a down year comparatively to his last season. When again he also played more games, but again he's also like the games he has played, it's been not good. I initially thought Porzingis center, he gets boards. No, he does not. To a center, he does not get boards. And I don't know, maybe because the scenery is going to be different, and he's going to get more boards now because Onyeka Okongwu was getting those boards. So hopefully now on a team with the Warriors where we don't get that many boards, he's going to get more boards, hopefully. Hopefully he contributes a little bit. And he brings some type of defensive presence. When he's like healthy, he brings some type of defensive presence, so it'll help out Green a little bit. What I was also reading was that the idea was that they're going to want to sign and trade Porzingis because they're still low-key pursuing Giannis. Oh
my gosh, bro.
So I don't know if it's going to be the off season or next year.
You guys You want Giannis, but you don't got Giannis money.
Bro.
You don't got Giannis
Yo,
picks.
they want to
You don't
trade.
got Giannis talent.
No, bro, just chill. They still want Giannis, and I want Giannis. They're thinking about a Porzingis and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler when he's healthy.
Yo, what?
Oh shit, my light cut off. But hopefully it's not too bad of lighting. I'm sorry, guys. But yeah. So still want Giannis. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully they say yes.
Bro, literally not possible.
I gave
Literally not possible.
Moving off the Warriors, I gave the Hawks a C plus
Please.
B minus. So I do think that the Hawks won this trade regardless. They didn't really need another forward, let alone you get two of them because Buddy Hield can kind of switch between shooting guard and small forward. But Kuminga, the only way I see Kuminga helping is because he's more of a powerful type player. So he's not a shooter, but he'll go in to the rim and like either get the layup or dunk or he'll get fouled. And the Hawks this year have been ranked bottom 5 in free throw attempts, so it should hypothetically help them get more free throws, at least up. Also, Kuminga's contract next year is a team option, so if he sucks, they can just let him go, genuinely. So
it's like a prove it deal.
Yeah, so he genuinely like if he sucks, they're gonna let him go, and if they sign him back, because like the benefits, right, is if the Hawks decide to let him go, they have more cap space to go sign more players, and if they decide to keep him, then it's because they deem him like helpful. So it's like a win-win for them regardless. And then Buddy Hield is just another like 3-and-D type of player, so he'll shoot the three, he'll play defense, and so they benefit regardless from this, even though they don't need more forwards. You got Jalen Johnson there, you got Zach Ricochet there, you got Dyson Daniels there, so it's like they have forwards and guards, but I mean, I guess they need more, so that benefits them. So
Maybe Kuminga likes its new home.
Yeah, I give Hawks the win here. Unfortunately, I would like for Porzingis not to be injured. Please, sir, don't be injured. Please.
Right.
Please.
Right.
Begging.
Gosh, moving off of that trade, the next one's actually one of the most interesting,
Yes.
in my humble opinion, just because of the situation that this young gentleman is finding himself in. I don't know if you want to introduce it. I can introduce it.
I'll introduce it.
He's 2 days into college and 3 lectures behind.
Oh, I forgot about that TikTok. But so Thunder get Jared McCain, which I think is crazy because all the 76ers got was a 2026 first, a 2027 second, and two 2028 second round picks.
I mean that's a lot of picks.
Yeah, a lot of picks. The GM for the 76ers
sold high.
Yeah, he said he sold high on Jared McCain, and I get it. Jared McCain got hurt last year, and so you ended up having a high draft pick, and you get VJ Edgecombe. And so obviously with Jared McCain coming back, and you have two young potential all-star stars in general in Jared McCain and VJ Edgecombe, and you have to figure out the minutes between the two. VJ Edgecombe started off really hot. Jared McCain didn't really that well. So obviously you're going to start with VJ Edgecombe. And then you send Jared McCain to the G League. He shows out. You bring him back. He started playing better. And you decide, we're going to run with VJ. We're going to just trade away Jared McCain. I don't think that was the best trade. I don't think that... I mean... what did you grade the Thunder before I get more into it? What did you give the Thunder?
I honestly didn't mind it for either side.
Yeah.
I gave both squads. This could be a lack of ball knowledge to me. But I just kind of, maybe it's just football brain, seeing the amount of picks, and I'll be like, wow, that's a lot of picks. That's a good amount of picks. Even though second round picks, whatever. I gave both of them B+.
I feel that.
Maybe just because I like Jared McCain, and I think Jared McCain could benefit from a new home, especially now that SGA, how long is he out?
Oh, SGA? I think the last time I saw he was out for a few weeks.
I mean, Jared McCain should be getting some solid minutes.
Yeah.
Allegedly. I think he's still a hooper. And then 76ers, they got picks.
Yeah.
Apparently, allegedly, they sold high. And if that's true, they got max value out of it. I know it left Jared McCain speechless when he heard that.
Yeah.
I saw that clip of him hearing that news, and he was like, but yeah, maybe I just don't know enough basketball, but I gave both B plus out of due respect for both.
No, for sure. I gave the Thunder an A, and then I gave the 76ers a B. So I think the Thunder won out of it, but the thing is, I'm slightly biased. Like, I'm very high on Jared McCain. Like, I seen the potential when he was playing initially before he got injured. Like, he would have ran away with the Rookie of the Year last year.
Yeah, that sucks.
But I think he'll contribute well off the bench. Like, he's gonna do great as long as he keeps playing as good as he was starting to play when he came back off the G League, when they brought him back to the main roster. I mean, I get it though. The 76ers, like, cause I believe more in VJ Edgecombe. I think he'll be great. I think he might end up being better than Jared McCain. So I get why they kept, they running with VJ. But then again, like, the benefits of like trading, right? Trading him away, were like a few. I wrote them down. So they stay below luxury tax. They're able to sign expiring contracts like Kelly Oubre and Andre Drummond. And then they had two players under I forgot the terminology, but like they had two players under certain contracts where like they had to convert them to two ways. Or convert the two-way contracts. Sorry, they had to convert the two-way contracts into actual contracts. Being in Dom Barlow, who currently starts for them at power forward. So like, because none of these players would have been available to play in the playoffs if they made it. So they needed to have that money, that space for money. And then Jabari Walker, so just a guy off the bench, but I guess he's contributing well enough. And then the biggest one, which I saw, was they only traded Jared McCain. A big one, obviously, was to re-sign Quentin Grimes. Big, important player off the bench. He's obviously the backup to Tyrese Maxey. So they want to re-sign him, get him his money, so they can keep him. So obviously trading away Jared McCain, I guess it made sense money-wise for them. And obviously you get picks back. I don't know the protections behind them. It doesn't. If I remember reading correctly, they don't really have any protections behind them. Then again, like the Thunder have so many picks to give away, so it's kind of like just take them.
Yeah, it's an insane amount of picks they have.
Yeah, so
what they were able to do, GM and owner wise, was
more than likely that pick is probably going to be like near the end. So
naturally.
So yeah, but I say the Thunder won, but that's because I'm really high on Jared McCain. But I could see why I could see it being like a tie between the two because there's a lot of benefits for the 76ers, money-wise.
Yeah.
Money-wise. Yeah. The next one's a pretty big one, so kind of stick with me here. So the Dallas Mavericks end up getting, or not the Dallas Mavericks, the Washington Wizards end up getting Anthony Davis. So this is the full trade here, so be prepared. So the Washington Wizards get Anthony Davis, Jayden Hardy, and D'Angelo Russell, which, by the way, D'Angelo Russell hasn't been reporting, so high chance he might end up getting let go. And Dante Exum. And then Dallas, right? They get slightly of a haul. They get Chris Middleton, A.J. Johnson, Malachi Branham, who got traded to the Hornets, Marvin Bagley III, a 2026 first-round pick, a 2030 first-round pick, a 2026 second-round pick, a 2027 second-round pick, and a 2029 second-round pick. So they got an abundance amount of picks and some players.
I didn't even write a grade for this, I don't think. No, I did.
Okay.
And there's no world where Dallas loses that.
You think Dallas won that?
In my humble opinion. Dude, I'm not high on Anthony Davis. I think he's so injury prone, has been so overrated for a while now.
No, for sure.
I mean, did you hear the haul they got? I don't care who any of those guys are. Literally, well, besides Chris Middleton. I literally wrote here, they got a B because they got Chris Middleton. Cash money, Chris.
No, for sure. So, I can see the ties.
They freed him from Washington. Obviously, Washington We'll get to another deal they had with a superstar, alleged superstar. I've never really called him a superstar, in Trae Young. And then you pair him with Anthony Davis, but like I just don't like Anthony Davis, bro.
No, for sure.
I don't know if I'm just biased against him.
No, a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't like Anthony Davis.
I think he's a little overrated, and to be able to get that much from him and a couple scrubs.
No, for sure. I think the picks are more valuable than the players.
For sure.
Yeah, because, like...
They're just pawns.
Yeah, because I gave the Mavs a C-, and I gave the Wizards a B+, but I'll explain why.
Oh.
So, I think the Mavs got fleeced. And that's because, look, you got to... So, obviously, Chris Middleton, right? That's one. Chris Middleton's obviously an older player. And he has, like, an expiring contract. So... high chance he's not gonna want to come back unless they give him the money, which, I mean, if they do, then they give him the money. If not, then he'll probably walk. And then you got AJ, what's his name again? AJ Johnson and Malachi Branham. So Branham obviously is no longer a part of the team, but when they initially picked him up, those guys were off the bench, never started, mind you, for the Wizards, who have all young players, and so anybody has an opportunity there. They never averaged more than 10 points. So that's pretty bad. Like I said, granted, they never started, but again, it's on the Wizards, so I would think you would have some opportunity, at least to attempt to start, but you didn't because you guys sucked. And then with, like, Marvin Bagley. It's Marvin Bagley. The guy, like, he dramatically fell off after leaving the Kings. Like, the dude barely averaged 10 points. I think it was like 10.6, and he started some games, but he lost a starting spot to a younger guy. So but the picks, I'll give it to him. They get a bunch of picks. Unfortunately, some of these picks, if I remember correctly, like, at least this year, it's gonna be low because one of them is an OKC pick, so high chance it's gonna be low. It's gonna be like in the low 20s, obviously early 30s.
Yeah.
So that's that. One of the other first round picks in 2030 is a Golden State top 20 protected. So if Golden State falls in the top 20 in the draft order, they get that pick. Very likely. Yeah, and other picks, they're not protected. They're just from other teams, but I don't know. I gave, like I said, the Wizards a B+, and that's strictly as potentially an A-, but that's because I'm not high on Anthony Davis. I'm not the biggest fan of Anthony Davis, but I'm thinking about the potential duo of an Anthony Davis and Alex Sarr duo. Like, those two are defensive monsters. And with Anthony Davis being with Alex Sarr, I think he could take him under his wing. Hopefully not be injury prone like him. But, you know,
his injured wing.
So let's hope that he doesn't get injury prone like Anthony Davis, right? Plays defense like Anthony Davis. Because when Anthony Davis is healthy, one of the best defenders in the league. Top 15 in the league, if you want to argue it. When healthy. So I think that would benefit.
Like, the fact that you have to be like, and healthy, like, and healthy, when healthy. Like, this trade really depends on how high on Anthony Davis you are, and if you're really low on A. Disney, it's almost it's bad.
It's hard because, like, genuinely, when he was on the Lakers, obviously that was years ago. We're talking like forever ago. He was playing like a decent amount of games. But since he's been on the Mavs, genuinely, the 2 years he's been on the Mavs, he played under 30 games. Which doesn't help the case that I'm like, Anthony Davis could potentially be healthy on the Wizards. But I'm just high on the idea.
He's just going to keep getting older, too.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just a little high on the idea that next year you have these young players that are going to learn from Trae Young and Anthony Davis. You know, those are your best vets on the team. And I mean like the lobs, because like Anthony Davis is lob friendly. He goes back to being a power forward, so he doesn't have to be that center anymore because Alex Sarr will be the center. And like you got a playmaker in Trae Young who's gonna throw you lobs, so like that should be beneficial. So I think the Wizards could be better next season. I don't know if they'll be playoff contenders. Well, no, they'll be in the playoff, but they're not gonna be championship contenders. Let's put it like that. But I think depending on how well the Mavericks draft, it could be the Mavericks. But I think they got fleeced because all those players suck. High chance you're not keeping any of those. You just traded for the picks. So
yeah, it's gonna be like a trade where you're really gonna have to grade it. Maybe a couple months after the draft, obviously.
Yeah.
Then once you see how Anthony Davis actually meshes with the team, if he actually plays, and just kind of see how that goes out. But as far as right now, it's two very different ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Where are you high on Anthony Davis? Do you think Anthony Davis can make something happen? Yeah.
Yeah.
The next one written down actually. Pretty solid.
Pretty solid.
I don't mind the move for Cleveland. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. James Harden to Cleveland. I don't know. I don't have written the whole trade package. I'm not sure. You probably do. Was it just a swap?
It was pretty much a swap. I mean, the Clippers get a 2026 second round pick, but I mean it's a second, so it's not like. I mean, there've been some great players off the second round, but like I mean it's just a second, so it's not too crazy. But yeah, it's pretty much a swap back and forth. How did you grade it? Because I feel like we might be around the same page, low key, based off how you talked.
Okay. I probably shouldn't have said I was super high on it for Cleveland. I am high on it for Cleveland. I'm high on it for both. Like I said before, when we talked about Zubac, whatever. How I talked about the Clippers. I'm so happy that they're finally just pulling the plug.
Yeah.
I gave him B's all around.
Yeah, I gave a B+.
Because James Harden is also.
Yeah.
There's a lot of differing opinions on James Harden, whether you like him or not. But he does join a relatively solid. Last year they were ranked 8th offensively. The Cavs. I mean, James Harden, when it's all said and done, is one of the best scorers to do it.
Yes.
Just saying that. So yeah, I think he joins that offense. The Clippers continue their little pull the plug rebuild, and everyone lives happily ever after. A little change of scenery for James Harden, which he's seen a lot of through his time in the league.
I gave the Cavs a B+, and I gave the Clippers a B, but I could see the Clippers being a B+ too. I think it's probably like one of the more even trades we've had. This like of all trades. Harden brings a level of playmaking that I think there's just levels to it. I think Garland's a good playmaker too, but I think obviously James Harden, now that he's taken this role of being more of a playmaker than he used to be just like a straight scorer, now like I think it's beneficial for the Cavs now because like whenever Garland would get hurt, they would rely a lot on Donovan Mitchell to be that playmaker plus scorer, and he would have off nights. But now with James Harden, who's been recently it's always been like it. He's always been healthy, like just majority of the time. Like he plays a lot of games, and with Garland, like the last couple years now, has just been getting hurt randomly, whether it's his toe or his face. He just doesn't play that. Like he doesn't play as much as James Harden's been playing. So I think you get a consistent playmaker with the Cavs, because I was also hearing Donovan Mitchell. His agent, which is Rich Paul, the same agent for like LeBron.
The big boy.
Yeah, he I think they were talking like that Donovan Mitchell wasn't gonna come back. Like he wasn't planning on re-signing with the Cavs. But that's because like they just haven't been winning. But now you trade for a win now type of player. Obviously, hasn't had like the success of winning chips here, but you get him on the team with Donovan Mitchell, Evan Mobley, who's been kind of plateaued a little bit, but he'll probably play better now when you got like a great playmaker in James Harden. You got Jared Allen, who's been stepping up. So the team should be playing better. You know, so maybe it'll convince Donovan Mitchell to re-sign back. Maybe, hopefully. And then with the Clippers, it's not too much to say on it. You get a young player back because like the difference of age is like 10 years. Like James Harden's 37, and Garland's like 26. Like it's crazy. So you get a young guard back. All-star too. Like Garland was an all-star at some point. So like, you know, I want to give as much respect to Garland as much as I can. He was an all-star at some point. And when healthy last year, like that's like last time he was healthy was last year. He averaged 21 points and 7 assists. So, you know, it's still really good. It's obviously not like James Harden, who this year is averaging like 28 and 10, or not 28 and 10. He's probably averaging. I think that's Kawhi. He's averaging like 23 and like 9. So, you know, about the same. If hopefully Garland just is healthy. And then you obviously get a pick back. So, you know, you're just adding back the picks. But yeah, I mean, it's a close trade. It's close.
Yeah, the Clippers just wanted to go younger.
Yeah,
they just wanted to reset,
which I'm glad.
And Cleveland wants to win.
Yeah,
so
they're trying to win right now.
Kind of both for good for both sides. This next one, I think we talked about a little bit pre-show, how we both
felt about it. Yeah,
also nothing.
It's a nothing burger.
We might be able to fly through this one.
Yeah.
Vucevic to Boston. What's the trade package for this one?
Literally, it's just literally a flop because they both traded second-round picks for each other. So Vooch to the Celtics, Bulls to get Anthony Simons, and they both trade second-round picks. Literally, I mean, I say the Celtics won, but that's because I just genuinely think they needed a center, and he's a stretch center, and he's been shooting pretty decent this season, like really good actually. I think it's like he's pushing, like he was getting 40% almost. Like I think it's like 37%. So he's shooting really good. Bulls, my biggest thing is you have about like 50 point guards, 50 guards in general. So, because the idea was what I was reading was that, or I was hearing, whatever, was that they were going to, they traded for Anthony Simons to flip him. So they're going to initially like pick him, like trade for him and then trade him somewhere else. But with Anthony Simons, like for the last, like his entire career, teams have been wanting to get him and then flip him. But then when they try to, they just don't flip him. So now you keep Anthony Simons with all these guards they traded for, or they have already, and they're all young, mind you. So like, what do you even do with them? They got Josh Giddey, Rob Dillingham, Jaden Ivey, Trey Jones, Colin Sexton, and now Anthony Simons. You have all these guards. How are you going to stagger them? Who's going to play? You're going to release some. You're going to trade them too. Like, I mean, you got to keep them now. Like, you got to let them either trade them in the offseason or I don't know what you do. You have so many guards. It makes no sense. I gave the Celtics a C+, and I gave the Bulls a D, like almost a D. It was just bad. Doesn't benefit them.
That's honestly very fair. Because I gave the Celtics about a C+, and then the Bulls like a C- ish. Just literally the Celtics only won because it was like salary relief.
Yeah.
It kind of helped them salary wise, and they did need a big. So when it comes around, I don't care.
Yeah. At the end of the day, literally, it was a nothing burger for real.
Absolute nothing.
Nothing.
We got the Bulls are the Bulls.
Yeah, Bulls are Bulls. They're just a bad organization.
Yeah.
Next one up, right? It's the Jets. Not
Sold
the
their
Jets.
soul for Jordan.
Whoa, wrong sport. Jazz. Jazz gets Triple J, Jaren Jackson Jr.
I did write a lot about this one.
Yeah. They get Jaren Jackson Jr. They get John Conchar. They get Jock Landale, who got moved to the Hawks, I think. And then Vince Williams Jr. And the Grizzlies got Walter Clayton, our boy. Kyle Anderson, Taylor Hendricks, George Niang, who ended up just getting released, and 3 future first-round picks.
haul.
Yeah. Who do you think won that trade?
So I'm gonna say Memphis, but it's not by a lot.
I feel you.
I made a joke in here that Memphis won just because they got Walt.
Facts.
It's not true, but I mean, a fresh scenery. You know, I'm wishing the best for Walt.
Same.
One heck of a player, one heck of a 3-point shooter. Oh, great, one of the greatest skaters of all time.
Gotta get a statue.
Dude, they need to. That might be a topic for another episode. If they wanted to build statues outside the O Dome, I think we already talked about that a little bit.
Yes.
But yeah, he would get one. Besides the point, yes. Utah also. I mean, both teams benefit. Just one slightly edges out the other. Mm. Utah ends up kind of making a solid lineup. It's not like a super star-studded lineup at the end of the day, but it's very balanced. It's pretty deep, and they have picks. They still have picks after trading a buttload of them.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll see how they pick in the draft, and we'll see what they look like next season. Mm-hmm. I think overall they could just be a very balanced team. Like they don't necessarily need one giant all-star or superstar caliber player to be good. And then Memphis, you guys are rebuilding. I mean, Ja Morant's still there. If you really were committed to like a major rebuild, you would trade Ja. But I mean, you'll just build around Ja. You have quite a few picks now, I'd assume. And yeah, so good on them. They got a haul, absolute haul.
I gave the Jazz a B-, and I gave the Grizzlies an A-. So it's pretty close on the idea of like they're not too far apart on like who I think is better. But I do think the Grizzlies won just based off the fact that like they got more draft picks. Like now I think they have over a dozen first round draft picks now. So like they've almost pretty much like ridiculous. Got the same amount as like the Thunder. If not, they're like a little under. So they're doing good. They're rebuilding now. I mean, they need to trade Ja, but like at the end of the day, you got young stars in Walter Clayton. Kyle Anderson is not young, but like Tyler Hendricks should be decent. But you got 3 future first round picks, so like that should be good. And then the Jazz,
huge.
Like I think it benefits them regardless. I don't know if they really needed to make the trade because this year they're trying to tank. So getting Jaren Jackson Jr., you're kind of setting up for next year, which I get, totally understand. I can't wait for the lineup that they're gonna have because they want to run the 3 bigs, right? With Lauri Markkanen, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Walker Kessler. So they're gonna run those 3, and I assume the starting guards are gonna probably be Isaiah Collier and Keontae George. So on paper, it doesn't sound too bad because Keontae George is having a great season. Isaiah Collier is finally starting to figure out what he is as a player. Lauri Markkanen, when he's on the floor, he's really good. Walker Kessler, when he comes back, he's a rebound monster. So that benefits Jaren Jackson because he gets absolutely no boards, but he plays defense. So overall, maybe the Jazz are going to be decent next year. I don't know. So honestly, I could raise the grade up to like a B+. So it's like, because like now I'm talking myself into the idea that they're probably going to be good next year. So
yeah,
it should be decent. Yeah, it was a good. At first, I thought the trade was crazy. I didn't see it, but like as I was reading it and gotten more used to like looking at it, I'm like, it's actually not bad. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, I think it favors both sides. Honestly, one of the better trades to come out of this whole entire trade deadline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think. Hey, good on you, Memphis. Good on you, Utah, and bless you, Walter Clayton Jr.
Oh yeah, hopefully you have a great season, brother.
I hope they put his Utah jersey on clearance, but last time I checked, they were not.
Yeah.
Because that would go so hard. Walter
I would
Clayton,
want that jersey immediately.
My goat. This last one we have written down, this last trade, was really the one that kind of kicked it off.
Yeah, kicked it off.
Kind of kicked off the whole frenzy. This happened a while before the trade deadline, though.
Yep. First one
happened while we were actually in a bowling alley.
Yes.
That's their lore. That's when it came out.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fun. I actually don't have a grade for this one for either team.
It's okay.
It is Trae Young going to Washington.
Yeah, Trae Young. The Wizards get Trae Young, and the Hawks get CJ McCollum and Corey Kispert. I gave the Hawks a C plus, and I gave the Wizards a B. Again, I'm higher on the Wizards. I think they won this trade deadline just because they've like just traded more. Really I think the Thunder did, but I think the Wizards made obviously more trades.
Hmm.
But the Hawks I give a C plus to because obviously like I think again the Hawks could have gotten a little bit more for Trae Young. You trade for two players, right?
Surely.
That with CJ McCollum, he has an expiring contract, right? So it could benefit you because you don't have to sign him back, which high key, he probably doesn't want to play back with the Hawks in general. I think he's at this point now where he wants to win. And I don't know if the Hawks are ready to win. And you right with Corey Kispert, he's in his mid 20s now, and he's on his he gets a team option on the third year of his deal, where he's gonna be eventually be in his 30s. And this guy, on the Wizards, he like he didn't start, and then even now, being um on the Hawks, he doesn't start either, and he barely averages 10 points. Again, like these guys, like you're in your 20s, and I get it. You know, maybe opportunity is it's a big thing. I understand that, but when you do, you don't do anything.
I
So
give that grace to young players.
yeah, it's I
Cam Newton.
I think high
All right.
chance he'll probably either get traded before his third year, or if he still is on there by the third year, he'll be nearly 30. He'll be 29, I think. So high chance he'll probably get released. No offense to Corey Kispert, but yeah, dog. And then I get the idea of trading Trae Young at the time because when he was on the floor, right? Because before he got hurt, right? When he was hurt and the Hawks were playing, they had like one of the best defenses in the league. They were like top 5. They were cooking. When Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Jalen Johnson, Dyson Daniels, they were all Inoki Okongwu, they were all playing really great. But when Trae Young came back, they
Mhm.
actually lost like every game he played. Um, and obviously with Trae Young, you know, you get a lot of playmaking, a lot of scoring, but you get absolutely no defense. Honest to God, I like Trae Young, but he's possibly one of the worst defenders I've ever seen in my life. He's
Yeah.
so bad.
Yes.
He's a short guard, so you know, high chance you're not going to be one of the best defenders in the world. But when he played, I saw this. Not only were they like a bottom 5 defense in the league, nearly like last actually at one point. They were considered like statistically one of the worst defenses of all time. And that's just strictly because like certain players started falling off defensive wise, like Jalen Johnson a little bit, and Trae Young obviously, dude. Like people would hunt Trae Young, set up, you know,
Hmm.
plays to go one on one with Trae Young, and then Trae Young wouldn't get back on defense or would just get blown by. So they like teams were just scoring at ease with Trae Young. Oh,
That's why I kind of think Trae Young is one of those like fringe superstars
mm-hmm.
because you get the playmaking, you get the scoring, but man, is it rough defensively. So when people try and put him in like an upper echelon category, it's hard to kind of accept it as fact because you get the offense, but the defense is absolute trash.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
And it
then
just clearly wasn't going to work in Atlanta, and it had to happen. It's kind
yeah,
of a
no, that Trae Young saga is over.
mutual. Yeah,
Yeah,
it was a mutual thing, and I do agree with you that Atlanta could have gotten more out of Trae Young,
yeah,
and I forgot to grade it, but yeah, Washington is having somewhat of a nice. I don't know if I'd even call it I'm not sure if I should call it rebuild.
mm,
It's been very patient. It's been
yeah.
very slow. Um, but it's turning into something maybe. Like
Hopefully,
when you said if if Anthony Davis can
yeah.
stay healthy, he is like the Justin Herbert of the NBA. Honestly, about
Facts. That's
ifs.
actually a good comparison. That's actually a great comparison.
It's not bad actually.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that was a lot of trades that we talked about.
Yeah, it was a lot.
So many trades.
So
There
many.
was quite a bit that happened. That's not even all of them. That's just kind of the major ones. And then you actually brought up another talking point besides the trades, and that was mid-season awards,
Yes,
where
I'm
everything
excited for that one.
stands going into when's the All-Star break?
All Star break is February. I think it's
Soon, surely.
I think it's the week after Valentine's. So
Okay.
The weekend after
Gotcha.
Valentine's.
So yeah, midseason awards going into the All-Star break. I'm not sure what you want to start with. You can lay it on here, man.
We'll start with probably from probably least important one to the most important one. So let's do Coach of the Year.
Okay.
All right. I think it's pretty decently obvious based off how the team has been playing. I went JB Bickerstaff for the Pistons.
That was.
Uh,
I'm not sure if it was obvious. So I think we can know some.
I just think because they're the first in their division. They're also first in the East.
They're balling.
And right now, the Thunder have played more games than the Pistons, but they literally have the same win percentage. I think it's 0.06 difference. They're right there. The Pistons have been doing really, really, really well this season, comparatively to last season where they made the playoffs, but they were I think
they're
fourth, fifth seed. Now they're the number 1 seed in the East. So I think it should go to JB. That's just my opinion. I think I thought it was obvious.
That's very fair. That's very fair. Second option for me, but I put Mitch Johnson just because the Spurs are hooping.
Yeah, the Spurs.
Come on.
The Spurs are going crazy.
The Spurs are going crazy. The Spurs are going crazy, and the fact that Wemby isn't in the lineup every night, he has to move so many things around, he has to deal with a lot of moving pieces, and they're still absolutely balling.
Mm-hmm.
But that's just me.
No, I respect that. Next thing up, I'm gonna say 6th man of the year.
Okay. Who'd you have?
I have Anthony Black as my 6th man of the year.
Okay.
Off the bench, he plays for Orlando, by the way. He averages 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, 46% field goal percentage, 34% 3-point percentage. Orlando right now, I think, is ranked 7 in the East. So it's obviously they're not the best right now. But I think he's playing a lot more minutes now. I think eventually he'll probably start over Suggs because he's been contributing really, really well. Defensive wise too. He's actually a defensive plus. And watching some games of Orlando, he's been doing really, really well. And they've been even playing him more than Suggs, minutes wise. But he just comes off the bench because he's with the second unit. And he's a young guy.
Yeah.
So there's high hopes for Anthony Black. I think he'll eventually probably start. Maybe towards the end of the season, or maybe when it's clutch moments, he'll probably start. But yeah, he's my 6th man.
Mm-hmm. Mine is Jaime Jaquez Jr. Triple J there.
Yeah, he was my 2nd.
Honestly, if we were to trade Giannis to the Heat, I would need him in the trade package to feel happy.
Yeah.
Him, Khalil Ware, Tyler Hero, some picks. That would have made me content, honestly. A lot of picks. Good amount of picks.
So you wouldn't have wanted Jonathan Kuminga or Moses Moody or...
No, because Khalil Ware literally, is just hated by Spo for some reason. He just doesn't get minutes.
No facts.
But I was talking... Miami loves him. Jaime... He's coming off 15, 5, and 5 off the bench. I believe that's what I wrote.
Yeah.
And he had a sophomore slump, I believe, and he's coming back from it.
Mm-hmm.
Hooping out of UCLA, that's fun. He kind of helps Miami offensively, solid spacing. Yeah, I have nothing. I was just kind of high on him because I felt as though Giannis might have been going to Miami.
Yeah.
And I had to kind of brush up on who we could have possibly gotten.
No, for sure. Yeah, I think Jaime probably will win it. This is mid-season, so obviously there's a whole nother half of
also,
it.
Miami's winning.
Yeah, that too. So I could see Jaime getting it. He was my 2nd guy. I'm a big fan of Anthony Black, so I think hopefully he'll get it, but we'll see.
Yeah. Should we rip most improved?
Most improved, yes. I'm pretty excited because I like this guy a lot. Keontae George. I'm very high on him.
Okay.
I like him a lot. He last season, right? Because I'm gonna compare his last season stats to this year's stats. So last season he averaged 17 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists, not even a block, not even a steal, 39% field goal percentage, 34% 3-point percentage. So not the greatest. But this year, 24 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Still doesn't average like a block because he's a shorter guard, but he does average a steal. And he's shooting 46% field goal percentage, so that's better. And then shooting better 3-ball. And he's obviously getting more opportunity. I mean, Keontae George has been going crazy this season. I can't forget the game where he had a genuine, pretty much going back and forth with Anthony Edwards, and they won. Utah Jazz ended up winning that game. They beat Anthony Edwards and he had like almost a 50-point game. And I think Keontae George had like a 40 ball, like 42 or something like that. Like he had a career high that game, but it was back and forth. And you're going with one of the best players in the league, like that's the best shooting guard in the league, and you just went back and forth with him. So and won, like the team winning. So I'm high on Keontae George. I think for me it's a runaway. I think he should win it.
Runaway.
Unless you have somebody else.
Okay. Yes, I had someone else. Keontae George was 2 for me.
Maybe because I'm biased. Maybe
just highly improved. I'm going to Nickeil Alexander-Walker.
Nikhil's. Oh, that's such a good one too.
Okay, because he's been such a surprise compared to last season. Like I know you said your boy was shooting. He had like averaging 17. Now he's averaging 24.
Yeah.
Keontae George. All right. Nickeil Alexander-Walker. I think he was literally averaging single digits last season, and now he's averaging 20.
No, that is true. Yeah, Nikhil.
If I'm not mistaken.
Nikhil's hooping.
It's just the fact he's been such a kind of a surprise.
Yeah.
That I think that's why it's not necessarily runaway. Although Keontae George is balling, I just feel like it was definitely improvement. But when we're talking most improved, I'm giving it to the guy that pretty much upped his average by 10 plus points.
Yeah. I think I got moved by Keontae George because I'm a big fan of his. But like Nickeil,
that's fine, man.
But like Nikhil's been hooping like crazy. It's just he's got a lot more opportunity now, especially now with no Trae Young being there. You get full opportunity. Yeah. You're the starting point guard, and Nikhil's great. Definitely gonna give Keontae George like problems with just like the voting wise. I could see Nickeil winning it now when I'm sitting back and just being like, oh, Nikhil's really great. But I hope it's Keontae George. That's just because I'm biased.
Personally, no, that's fine. Everyone's got their favorite.
Yeah. I think Rookie of the Year we could low-key
should be fun though. Yeah, this one's fun.
Easy, bro. It's Cooper Flag.
Okay, I could. Yes.
Did you pick somebody else?
Do you not see the story for Khan?
Oh, dude, yes. He's hooping though.
You could see that for Khan.
No, Khan, but I just think Cooper Flag, dude, have you seen the games Cooper Flag's been putting up though? No, but Khan though.
Oh, dude, him and Knuppel had that crazy back
and forth. It was crazy. No, I can see Khan.
Those are the two heads of the race. I think Cooper Flag will win it.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying I could see. I mean, Knuppel's also from Milwaukee. I think I just learned that. That's hard. So that's cool. I also just like predicting Rookie of the Year because I remember when Malcolm Brogdon won it, no one believed me. I was in middle school, right? And I was so high on Malcolm Brogdon. I was really like, dude, Malcolm Brogdon's winning Rookie of the Year. Malcolm Brogdon's winning Rookie of the Year. And no one believed me. Shout out George. I think he might have believed me. That's my boy, though. But
no, I remember
he was in the group of people that were not super high on that.
No, I remember that year.
He was an old rookie.
Yeah, I did not think Malcolm Brogdon was winning that year at all. I don't even know who the candidates were, but
bottom of my heart of hearts.
I don't remember who the candidates were that year, but I just genuinely did not think he was winning that year because he wasn't even in the thought.
Yeah, that's why I think I'm just gonna throw it out there. Cooper Flag probably has it. Knuppel for Rookie of the Year.
No,
that man is a hooper.
I can see Knuppel getting first place votes, but I think once the votes
for sure
when the votes are
Cooper Flag
settled.
Wins it.
It's Cooper Flag probably by a lot. Like, dude's averaging 27, 4, nearly 50% field goal percentage.
Yeah, he's gross.
30% three-point percentage, so, he's shooting league average. And he's the one option right now, so.
Mm-hmm. Both these guys elevate their teams for sure.
Yeah.
And budding stars for sure. But, yeah, it's probably Cooper Flag.
Yeah.
The next two, I don't know if there's gonna be much debate on.
Who do you have for
We'll
Depoy?
probably start with Depoy. Victor.
Victor, yeah, same.
Yeah, I don't think there's even much debate. Like, not even much conversation to be had there.
I am worried though for Victor winning this award because for the simple fact he's already missed 14 games, and
okay, so you think he'll miss the threshold?
yeah, he'll miss the like if, depending on how many games he misses. Hopefully he doesn't. Praying that he stays healthy and everything, because like I think the threshold is like if you like miss 19 games, something like that, you don't get no award. So just he can't miss really any more games.
Close.
But I mean,
okay.
Wemby's for like he averages a steal, 3 blocks, and
yeah, he's gross.
The Spurs are top 10 in every defensive stat, and that's a lot to do with Wemby. Like the amount of defense he plays, regardless if he doesn't get the block or the steal, but he gets the defensive rebounds. I mean, he's just amazing. He's just amazing when he plays. So
yeah.
I do think he'll get it as long as he's healthy.
If he can stay healthy.
If he stays
Another
healthy,
if.
and then he plays most of the games. But yeah, that one's easy.
And then
MVP.
MVP is a toss-up now.
I went with Shea.
Just because of recent injuries. Yeah, same.
I went with Shea. But like
because of the injuries to Jokic.
Yeah.
Giannis was on a losing team. But now SGA's injury.
I know. Like
hold on now.
I was thinking, right? It could be Jokic. But I was also thinking if the Lakers keep playing better, it could be Luka. Luka's playing crazy this season. I think he's almost averaging a 30-point triple-double. I think it's like 32, 9, and 8.
Gosh.
So they're averaging about the same because like Shea's averaging he's averaging 32 points, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. But I mean like the difference between Shea and Luka, right? Other than like obviously team success, is the efficiency. I mean Shea's an efficient player. He's averaging 55% field goal percentage and nearly 40% 3-point percentage. It's crazy. Like the shots he takes, I mean, obviously he's making them. They're like just super efficient shots. Obviously free throw merchant, but he gets his bucks, and when he puts up the ball, he hits them more than anything. So I got Shea, but it could be it's a tough race. It's tough. It changes like because I think I've seen the top 5 recently, and I think it's like Shea, Luka, Jokic, Cade. Shout out Cade.
That's fair. That's also fair.
And then 5, I think I can't remember, but like that's the top 4 I know for sure.
It's really gonna change up depending on who's healthy, who's not, who's playing. We'll see how much, because at least SGA's injured close enough to the All-Star break where it's like, all right, that's chill.
Yeah, he's fine. I think
if the Clippers
abdominal strain.
I mean, the Lakers, holy cow! If the Lakers, keep improving or whatever, Luka's just absolutely nuts. And then I don't know if Jokic will get it just because, again, voters fatigue. I don't know if we want to see another Jokic MVP. But man, does he deserve it almost every year.
Dude, for real, he should have won the Joel Embiid year, but voters fatigue is a thing. So.
Yeah, it's really a thing. That's why I'm not trying to jump to football here. That's why Josh Allen probably got that award. Over Lamar Jackson.
High key.
High key, but that's a story for another day.
For sure.
Wow. We ran through so much basketball.
So now we
are guess what time
fully.
it is?
Pivoting fully.
We're pivoting very hard. I got a lot of notes here. I'm so excited for this weekend because it is the Great American Race, the biggest weekend in NASCAR. It's literally their Super Bowl pretty much, and it's only week 1. And it's the Daytona 500. If you want to be one of the greats when it's all said and done, you have to win the Daytona 500. And it's a special Daytona 500. It's pretty much 25 years ago. We lost Dale Sr. Number 3 at the Daytona 500. So they'll be honoring him. I'm sure they'll be honoring Greg Biffle. That was a tragedy that had just happened. But I don't want to bring down the mood too much here.
I actually have a shirt of Dale Earnhardt.
So yeah, I'm just gonna give you some Daytona lore. We're gonna teach Brandon about NASCAR as the weeks go on. We'll just do check-ins. We're not gonna always go crazy on NASCAR because I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. Just like F1's not my cup of tea. Couldn't tell you anything about F1 besides Lewis Hamilton and Lando Norris and Max Verstappen, actually. So the Daytona 500, 200 laps, 500 miles, 2.5-mile track. 1998 is a major date in Daytona 500 history. Dale Sr. finally won his first after over 2 decades of trying, kind of solidifying himself. I mean, he had 7 championships and then Daytona 500, so absolute legend. Only 3 people with 7 championships. Richard Petty, Jimmy Johnson, and Dale Sr., so that's fun. And then 2001, obviously Dale Sr. Crashes on the last lap. He was third. He was just trying to block off anyone in trying to overtake him because in first place was Michael Waltrip, who ended up winning. He was driving for Dale Sr. And then Dale Jr. I have his car right here. This was not the one he was driving. He was actually in the Bud car, I believe. Dale Jr. was second. So that was Michael Waltrip's first win, actually, was at the Daytona 500 that year. And he didn't really get to celebrate it because Dale Sr. had died. It was pretty cool. If you go watch that clip, well, it's not pretty cool to watch that clip, but it's pretty cool to hear the commentary of Michael's brother, Daryl, who was commentating. He was just super excited. He was like, "Go, Mikey, go, Mikey." And then afterwards, he's just like, he's super excited. He's crying, but then he's like, "Oh, I hope Dale's okay." That's a famous clip. And then also another famous clip is 1998 when Dale finally wins. Literally every crew of every pit stop, every pit crew came out and gave him high fives. It was pretty sick. It was just real recognition of the game.
Yeah.
Then literally like 5 months later, they're back at Daytona, not for the Daytona 500, but for the Pepsi 400. And literally it's kind of like a full circle moment. Just a couple months after his father passes away at that track, Dale Jr. wins the race, and Michael Waltrip is second, and they finally get to celebrate Michael's win from months ago. They finally get to celebrate, together and kind of fight off some demons together. So that's that. I just wanted to talk about Dale a little bit because it's
he's
going to be a big storyline this weekend. They are going to. I mean, yeah, he's the GOAT, the Intimidator. Well, a couple. You could say Dale's the GOAT. That's my GOAT. The King. Richard Petty's obviously another GOAT, 7 championships. Jimmy Johnson's up there, another 7 championship guy. But Dale Sr. is my GOAT. That brings us to today. Okay, there's a couple storylines for the Daytona 500. Starting with William Byron. This guy drives for Hendrick, took over for my favorite driver, Jeff Gordon, in the 24 for Hendrick Motorsports. I got these on deck, by the way. These are always on my desk. I just have them on deck now that I can talk about it. William Byron went back-to-back for the past 2 years. And if he wins, he will be the first driver ever to three-peat at the Daytona 500. That's unheard of, insane, especially for a race like the Daytona 500 where anyone could win. Literally, the whole field could crash, and you could be at the right place at the right time. I literally have that marked. That's the whole point of the race. You just got to be right place, right time. A lot of luck. Literally anyone can win it. There is a gentleman that is racing, one of the greats, Kyle Busch. He's never won a Daytona 500. People are definitely sprinkling some money on him to win his first this year. Literally, NASCAR released an ad about Daytona 500 or whatever, just the NASCAR season, and they made a joke about William Byron winning two, possibly 3 in a row, and Kyle Busch comes on the screen. He's like, "Hey, how about I get one?" Then we have some betting favorites. We couldn't go throughout this without talking about betting favorites. Joey Logano and Ryan Blaney are both teammates. I think they are the 2 favorites, and then right below them is William Byron. If you could tell me, well, if I could tell you who I might be sprinkling money on, probably won't. But I think you get good value out of these gentlemen. especially after seeing how both of them raced at Clash. Carson Hocevar, he's my favorite driver.
Yeah.
He rides the 77 for
Okay.
Aspire Motorsports. Literally my favorite driver. Very big internet personality too. Funny guy. He drives the Chili's car, Rod the Dente. I wish he had a better paint scheme this weekend. I'm not gonna. It's neither here nor there.
Mm.
And then that's just bias. That's just me saying I want him to win. He's had so many close calls where his car will just blow up or he'll crash. Really unlucky. Connor Zilic is making his full-time debut in the Cup Series.
Yeah.
He absolutely murdered the Xfinity Series, now the O'Reilly Auto Parts Series last year. First off, mother and father, Florida Gators. That's cool. Shout out Jim Zilic. He DM'd me on Twitter after I tweeted about Connor Zilic wearing Florida
that's
hat.
fire.
Yeah. His mom was an elite athlete here at UF, and allegedly he would have been here if he didn't get into racing and it wasn't as good as he is. And I'm glad he's as good as he is because he's an awesome time to watch. He's really good on super speedways. If he really wanted to make a splash and win his first real Cup Series start, not start, but his full first season in the Cup Series, if you want to make a bang,
Okay.
plus 3,000 for both those guys. Two young, awesome drivers. I didn't even get into the new playoff format. So there's a new playoff format because the last one sucked horrendously. Let me just get you the lay of the land. You won't have to worry about this until, obviously, towards playoffs. But you got to track it all season. So it's all based on points. There's no winning in like the last one. And there's no elimination during the playoffs. So you get points for winning races. You get points for position in races. You get points for stages and whatnot. And, yeah, that's that. Any questions?
I'm listening. I'm taking in information. I'm gonna learn more about NASCAR because my good buddy here loves NASCAR, as you can tell by his.
I do. I think people want to make it seem like NASCAR is a nothing sport and it's just turning left. Granted, yeah, you're turning left a lot. Okay, and people want to say it's stupid and it's not like F1. It's not like F1. It's better. Okay. They think there's no strategy. They think there's nothing about it. Literally, I'm talking about the whole Dale saga.
Yeah.
It's cinema, man.
It intrigued me. It hooked me in.
There's stories woven in between everything, man.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I just want what I need from you. Literally all I need from you. I want to know who is going to be your favorite driver. You kind of teased me with it before we even started. You were saying you had two options, and I said surprise me while we're on air. So I want to hear it.
Okay. Now, so this is how my research went. I obviously looked it up, the whole list of the amount of people in there. God almighty, there's a lot of them. So couldn't just kind of nitpick names there. I tried going on TikTok and being fun players to watch, and for the Daytona 500. Came up nothing, absolutely nothing. Didn't give me a single thing, and I'm like, okay, that's fair. But I was watching some TikToks on people just what their betting favorites were, and certain people were picking names, and I was trying to see if they would make any jokes on somebody or whatever. Didn't either. That didn't work either. So I kind of legitimately had to pick names on which I'm let's see or whatever. And I went through a good amount. I'm not going to say, I don't even think half the list, but I went through a decent amount. And I came down to two, like I was telling you.
Mm-hmm.
I did go with Ryan Blaney and right there. And Bubba Wallace.
Oh, Bubba's the man. I'm not going to lie.
So it's between the two.
Except for last week when he wrecked Carson Hocevar. So we already have beef.
This could pan out the correct way based off our name here. Our name, make that clear.
Yeah.
So I could
our
go,
name.
Yes, our name. Nobody else's name.
All right.
So
Okay. Continue.
so I could go with Bubba Wallace. I like some of the clips I was seeing because I looked up these guys' names. Ryan Blaney genuinely had me laughing though, like because it was like Ryan Blaney
They're
edits.
boys too.
So like, and he looks like a cool guy. He has like a
He
big,
has a new mustache.
yeah, big fluffy
Brand
mustache.
spanking new.
And then Bubba Wallace just seemed like super cool. So I was like, it's a tie between the
Yes.
two. I think the mustache is low key talking to me though, so I might low key run with Ryan Blaney. But
Yeah, he's one of the favorites to win it. He has an
no, I
absolute
seen
rocket
that.
ship of a car.
Yeah, I know. He's like top 3, right? Or top 4 favorites.
He's him and Joey Logano are tied for first in the favorites. I forgot the odds, but
Oh, the odds.
it goes
Yeah, I
them
think
two
I
and
was.
then William Byron.
Yeah, I think I was reading it off like in order. So yeah, if he's top 2, then
But yeah, I mean, it's a good choice.
yeah, I'll probably either go with Blaney or Bubba Wallace, but Blaney's mustache and the edits were low key talking to me.
Yeah, what's the one? He's like the Zach Wilson of NASCAR when it comes to like moms.
Really? Oh, you know I could low key see that. I could actually low key see that.
There is like a interview or something where like he's like, your moms and your sisters love me or whatever.
Oh yes, they're like you
Fair.
should pick me to win, like how your because your mom and your sister already did or something like that. I saw the clip.
Yeah. Honestly, I kind of did the same thing when I was, because I loved NASCAR as a kid, right? And then I kind of fell out of it because Jeff Gordon was getting older, on his way out, and I needed a new driver. And who did I see on TikTok but Carson Hocevar? He was literally streaming, like he's live streaming. He's a funny guy, and he's just also happens to be one heck of a driver. Granted, he's still looking for his first win in the Cup Series. He was Rookie of the Year his rookie season. He skipped. So there's the 3 series I was talking to you about: Truck Series, Xfinity Series, now O'Reilly Auto Parts Series. That sucks. And then Cup Series. He completely skipped the middle series, went straight from Truck. He could have had a Truck Championship, but there's also some emotions that spilled out on the track, and some unfortunate things happened. But
Okay.
Yeah, he's my favorite, and I think he will get a win this season. Him and Connor Zilic will both get wins. Zilic might get his first. You never know. Hocevar might get his first. Never know.
Okay.
But those are 2 guys I'm watching the rest of the season. I have a couple Carson Hocevar shirts in there. I rep. Also, who doesn't love Chili's?
I love Chili's.
He's a big Chili's rep.
Triple dipper.
He's also just a funny guy. So
yeah.
I'm glad that you picked one of those 2 drivers. Those are fun. Those are fun guys. Mm-hmm. And we'll check back, I guess, next week and see how our boys did, see who finished above the other.
Yeah.
And we won't go in depth in NASCAR unless there's giant storylines. I know it's kind of a snooze fest for people, but hey, that's an episode, I think.
Yeah.
I think that's an episode. Next week I think probably should give some respect to the Olympics.
Yeah.
I know you're not much of a hockey head, but
no,
women's hockey is cooking.
Yeah.
And then men's hockey, I believe, is starting up here eventually.
No, I told you I wanted to learn more sports. I told we're planning on watching a baseball game this Saturday, and then
Happy Valentine's Day, guys. We'll be watching you.
We are watching a baseball game for Valentine's Day, and
it's not like a.
It's just
not. It's not like a.
We're just.
It's like a.
Just
co-hosts and other friends, It's
like
team bonding.
Yeah, as a unit, you know, stuff like that.
Yep, as a unit, not just me and him.
It's a conglomerate
on a baseball date.
People and stuff like that.
It's a conglomerate of folks.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just making that clear, crystal clear to everybody.
Just make it clear.
Yeah.
No theories in the comments, folks.
Yeah. Don't bring out your, Yeah. No theories. But yeah, so I told you I wanted to get more into baseball. I wanted to get more into hockey. NASCAR's another one. Like, especially if one of these guys win, I'm gonna get lit because this is gonna be my first time watching it, like Daytona 500. So I'll get excited.
If
one of those guys win,
if one of your boys If you see a win before I see a win, I'm gonna be heartbroken.
I'll get late. It's gonna be my first.
So I'm gonna put this message out for Carson Hocevar. Please win. Please win, Carson Hocevar. Please, man. Been a long-time supporter. I buy your merch, man.
Well, Bubba or Ryan, if you guys win, I'll be bigger fans of you. Regardless, though, I'll be big fans if you guys. I mean, in general, I'm gonna stick with you guys.
Bubba
One
Wallace
of you
is
guys.
a Jordan athlete.
Huh?
Bubba Wallace drives for Michael Jordan's team.
Tell me we can Loki get his stuff for the discount.
Maybe I don't know if he has Jordan branded merch out there. That'd be absolutely fire. But yeah, he drives for 2311, which is Michael Jordan's little racing team with Denny Hamlin. Denny Hamlin, also another storyline.
Okay.
His dad just passed away, horribly tragic. And we'll see if he can win a championship this year, which he was so close last year to winning his first championship. Yeah. Enough of that. I think that was a good, solid episode. I think we talked about enough. Talked about a lot.
Yes.
We will talk about more next week, honestly.
Yes.
We will expand our horizons next week. And we will continue to do this podcast with our name, because we are the No Neutral Zone podcast.
We are the No Neutral Zone podcast.
And we will see all of you next week.
Yes.